Hello, Brother Sewing and Crafting family. Angela Wolf here. I just realized I'm matching the colors in the screen. So I guess that's pretty good considering I just got caught in a rainstorm. Welcome, everyone. Say hi and welcome to the party. Today we got Emily Thompson, and you know she always has the cutest projects and easy to do as well. So pop in, say hi. I've been sitting here signing in and I see all of your comments already. I love when I see you before we start. Then I know that you're excited to be here. So if you missed Tuesday's show, Kathy was on and she showed some great tutorials, and a lot of you asked, please show me how to do my custom stitch. So I talked to Kathy and she's coming on next Tuesday, a week from yesterday or Tuesday, whatever. And she's going to be showing my custom stitch and picture play. So mark that on your calendar for Tuesday at noon. She saw all of your feedback and she's excited to show you that. So pop in, say hi, and let's bring Emily to the party. Emily, how are you?
I'm good. I'm just threading this needle here real quick. I realized I hadn't put my thread on, but here I am. So, yes, hi. I'm so happy to be here, and I'm super excited. Today's project is brand new. I'm experimenting live. I saw a picture of something similar online and decided I needed to try and replicate it for my home. It was on, sale somewhere. So anyway, so I'm excited. We're going to use some embroidery. We're going to do some crafting. And I'm going to use both the Stellar and the SE2000. We're going to use Art Spira. So it's going to be super fun and hopefully a project that you might want to replicate.
We love it. So by the way, if you're new to the party, say hi. Tell us where you're from. We love that. And also, if you're watching on YouTube, Brother Sews or Brother Crafts, don't forget to subscribe. You'll never miss a live show. You can go back and watch the replays. And also, if you're on Brother Sews or Crafts Facebook page, the easiest way to watch this show again is to share it to your page, and then you can find it. So, all right, Emily, I'm just going to follow along. I'm very excited, although I heard there's spiders involved, and I hate those, so let's see.
Well, you told me it was spooky home decor, so that is what I was going off of when I decided to do this project. So we're going to do some hoop art, and the one I saw was cute hanging on the wall. So the larger hoop had a spider web, and then a small hoop had a spider, and then they're connected by a white string, and then you can hang it on the wall. So let me show you what my supplies are, and then we'll get started. So I have two hoops. This one, this is an 8-inch hoop because I just bought this one. I don't even know what size this is, probably 3 inches, but you just want to have like a small one for the spider and a larger one for the spider web. I am sharing this free template on lifesosavory.com. And when the show is over, I'll put the link in the comments. So I haven't put up a tutorial or anything to go with it. Like I said, this is brand new. I am hoping to share some clips from today's video actually, and some pictures of this project on my site tomorrow if I can put it together this afternoon. But this template is up on the site, and I'm going to show you how I transfer this to my machine to use. So it's if you don't have my Snap app or anything like that I'm going to use with the Stellar, you could still print this. You could use sublimation and do this in like a white or black and put it on a white, whatever you want to use it. It's in an SVG and PDF format for you to use. I also have some cute palms. I have some white. Oh, they're washing out, but okay. White palms and black little palms. Okay, so we're going to use those for decoration. I have this black and white ribbon that we're going to use to hang them. And then I use, of course, white embroidery thread for the spider web, and I'll show you this in a minute. I'm going to use black embroidery thread for the spider in the small hoop. And then I have this white string that's a little bit thicker, and I thought I would use that between the two hoops, like as the spider web. So that we have to all put together, but first let's do some embroidery. I'm going to prep my hoop for the spider, and then we're going to go ahead and grab a spider design from Art Spira. I saw some cute ones on there, so we don't have to go far to find a fun design. Now, I'm assuming everyone on this page is using a Brother machine. But if you don't have a Wi-Fi enabled machine to use Artspira, there are lots of spider designs that you could find around the internet. Okay, so find a spider design. It doesn't have to be the one I'm using, although I think it's super cute. And then you could just embroider any spider. So I have a piece of stabilizer and then my white felt on here. And felt can be a little bit tricky because it's pretty thick to hoop. So you can always use like adhesive stabilizer, sticky stabilizer, and just put the felt in the middle. I think I'm able to hoop this one okay. So I'm gonna go with that. And I'm just leaving some extra fabric. Of course, we'll be cutting it to put it in the hoop. We're not using all of this at all. All right, so my machine is ready to receive. So we need to send it the file. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you on Artspira using my phone where I found the design and how to send it to your machine. So let me try to bring this up before we get, I'm experimenting new with this, with sharing it like this. So Angela and I have been playing around with this. Okay, if I can bring up the right one.
Oh, I'm muted. Sorry, I was trying to be quiet. I will.
Okay, so I think I have Artspira up. I just need to minimize that window, bring this one up. Oh, it wants me to reconnect. Shoot, okay. Okay, just a second, Angela.
It takes just a sec to do it. Everybody's popping in saying hi. Did you make, yes, she made that shirt. I remember when you did it on our live show, if I remember correctly.
Yes. All right, I guess I can't give long periods of time where I'm not just leaving my phone down. Okay. So, to Artspira.
Here we go.
All right.
We're getting there. I
All
see
right.
it. I see it. All right. Here you go.
Okay. All right. So here's the homepage of Artspira. And what I did is I just searched spider. And then you have lots of options. I like to, if I'm looking specifically, if I'm looking specifically for an embroidery file, I like to go to the data type and then just highlight embroidery so I don't have to scroll through as many pages. So you can use any of these you want. I am loving this little guy right here. So that's what I'm going to use for mine. Looks like I need white and black thread, which of course I have right here. Okay, so you can see the thread colors that you need, and then it does show you like some projects. So all that is within the picture. So we're gonna hit create. All right, so it's in a 4x4. I can just leave it like that. I am using a 5x7 hoop. I don't think it really matters, but I do like changing the hoop size. If I wanted to stitch out 2 of these, then adding it to the larger hoop would allow me to actually do that. So I'm just gonna center this guy because my felt is just in the center. So we're finished with that. I don't need to save it. I didn't really do anything. And then you can see here at the bottom, it's set to send it to the SE2000. I have both the Stellaire and the SE2000 connected, but it's already set. So we're gonna hit transfer and it says it's complete. Okay, so now.
So easy, so easy. All right, I'll take that down and bring you back up.
Okay, so I'm gonna go to the machine now. Remove the embroidery frame, okay. Turn this on. Reconnect it. And then we're gonna go to the pocket on the machine, and that design that we just sent should be right there. Yeah. Turn it on, turn it off. Now I might have to wait a second for the Wi-Fi to reconnect. Sometimes I know when I just turn my machine on and I try to grab that design right away, it's not connected yet. So cancel. Give it a second. I don't think my thing is lit up yet. And then while this is stitching out, I'm going to take you over to the Stellaire and show you how I did my spider web design. I already stitched that one out because it took like 30 minutes to stitch. So I didn't want that one. Okay, so we're going to the cloud pocket, and I know the screen is a little bit far away, but there's not that much to show. Although it is telling me I'm not connected to the internet, which I am. I just need to give it a second. So we're not doing any editing. It's taking a minute.
Emily, if you were here last week, well, everyone watching knows that the internet gremlins were out during the live show. So if it's going to happen, it's going to happen on the live.
It totally is. I knew I'd have to wait a minute, but usually it says it's like connected, like it's lit up. So it just is, oh, it's taking a while. I think we're in luck. Okay, so there's my spider. I'm not doing any editing. I know you guys can't really see, but essentially the spider is right there. I'm just going to the embroidery and not doing any editing or any changing. Okay, so on the screen, I can see my spider now, same as I just showed you on our Xpira, but I'm just not gonna pull it up close. I have black thread on the machine, so it looks like it does black, then white, then a little bit of black again. Okay, so I'm just gonna pop that in. And then it's gonna take 5 minutes to do this, so it's not a very long embroidery design. I think it's just gonna be tiny. It said it was like 2 and 2.3 times like 1.3, so it should be perfect for my little hoop. All right, we're gonna go ahead and get this started. Just gonna give it a minute to see if it looks like it's doing what it's supposed to. Okay, it looks like a leg is being stitched out. So while we're doing that, I'm going to just talk really quickly about how I made this design and then show you it stitched out because it turned out so cute. So if you have a Stellaire or anything even above that can have the My Snap app, and I don't know, Angela, if the new machines, the new embroidery machine does My Snap app as well. You would know more about that to be able to have My Design Center.
Yeah, well, you can, but we use My Design Snap app usually with the Stellaire because it has that app. If you're taking a snapshot of the hoop, but My Design Snap app works on the machines if you're trying to send a photo over. Yes.
Yeah. So you could also, I'm trying to think. You could also like image trace it in our Xpira. I didn't play around with any of that, but again. There's probably lots of ways. You guys probably know more than I do about how you get things to your machine and how you embroider them. But, and I'd love to make this into an embroidery file someday, but right now it's not. Okay, so you're gonna take that. I use the app on my phone. I took a picture of it and I sent it to my Stellaire. So now I'm gonna go over to the Stellaire and show you what it looks like when I open it up and how I turn it into an embroidery file, okay? So I'm going to just take a second, switch over to the other camera. And
while she's switching over, I will pop up here until she comes back on. Leave your comments and questions. Yes, we are live today, so I'm looking for. I know I'm with you. It's going to work out because it's live. All right, she's back in her Stellaire, and I'll bring Emily up. So by the way, if you haven't downloaded the My Design Snap app, it's free. It's an app on there, and it does work with many of the other machines. It does. The hoops, though, on the Stellaire is where it's really helpful when you're trying to do placement. It's very cool. All right, here you go, Emily.
Okay, so we're going to go into My Design Center, and then I get the design from up here. So I've already imported it, but I can go just to the Wi-Fi. It's up here. I think it's this one. It'll show here, but obviously I've sent several over. So I just have to.
Hey, Emily. Sorry to say this, but do you mind hitting pause on your other machine? It's taking over the audio over your voice.
Yep.
Thanks.
Yes, I don't want to miss anything. Okay, we'll go back to that. Okay, so we're going to set this. All right, so you can see here the faint line, because what we need to do is I'm going to line trace it. All right, and before you do that, you want to just highlight just what you want to trace. So of course, I don't want my grid of my mat. And I don't want the edge of the paper. Okay, so I think it's just selected. Go up this. Okay, we'll see if that. Okay, so now you can see the design laid out, and we can now play around with it and set several things. So what we want to do is set the type of stitch we want for the lines, and then I also want to fill in the boo. I don't just want it on the outline. Okay, so we can do a few things with that. So we're going to go to the stitch settings. Oh, sorry, I'm going to go to next. Okay, so we're going to select, it has all the stitches selected. If you want to do everything, you can hit this little lock button, which I'm going to do. And then I'm going to go here, and I'm just going to set it to be a line. I don't want it to be the satin stitch. I literally just want it stitched out in the line. Okay, then we're going to unlock it. And now I'm going to select just the letters. I want to fill it with stitches. Okay, so I'm going to go there. Oops. See if I can just get that one. Uh-oh. It's pulling in. Does that mean the line's not closed? If let's zoom in here and see what we got. Why? Okay, so you can see like up close your lines, and I just want to select that one, but it's doing that one too. So if I erase it though, I don't want to erase. Yeah, I don't want to erase that one. Okay, so
there must just be like a little itsy bitsy opening there. That's probably what it is.
I know. Let's see if I can shade that in a little bit more. And then, okay.
There you go.
All right. Yay! All right, so then we're going to go to the fill stitch, which is, do I go back and next? Okay, and then, so here it's just gonna stitch this in. Oh, there's a little bit there too. I'm not stitching this, so I'm not gonna agonize over this. I've actually already stitched it out. I just was gonna show you guys. So it has all that. We're gonna lock those 3 letters. And then what I did, the only really edit I did was I went here, and instead of doing 100% density, I just went down to 90 because I wanted the boo to just look a little bit sketchier and not like totally filled in, okay? So you can just play around with what you want on that, how you want it to look. You could do a decorative fill, and I kind of tried that out, and then I didn't really love how it looked. So we're just gonna go with that. So I just downgraded it to 90%, and you can preview. Okay, and then it's gonna take it here, and it's gonna show, it's gonna stitch out all the lines, and then it's gonna fill in the letters. And again, I needed to probably touch up, it went to the inside of the B a little bit because there's so many lines behind it. But I did already stitch this out, and it didn't have that in there. So you just would like I did, pencil in that circle right there so that hopefully you could undo that line that showed in the back. So then you just would go to set, and then now you have the embroidery design that you're ready to go. And you can do, I did mine all in white, so you could just go and set all the colors as one, and then it just stitched out the whole thing. All right, so because I just fused it into one color because I just did it in white. So now to reveal what I already stitched out. Ta-da! There it is. Okay.
That is so cute. I love it.
Yeah, it turned out so cute. So you can see it's just a double stitch line up here, and then the boo is filled in, but it's not like crazy filled in. And actually, I really like how that looked, that it's just a little bit thinner than totally filled. Okay, so we'll put this into the hoop while we're stitching out the spider, and then hopefully I'll be closer to the camera and it won't overpower me. Okay, so let me switch back.
All right, while she's switching back, I am here. Her camera's just going back. I know, it's fun, isn't it? It's so cute. Yeah, Julianne, you might want to wait to, if you went to the eye doctor, you might want to watch this later when you can see.
Yes.
At least that's how it is when I go to the eye doctor. All right, back to you, Emily.
Okay, so we're gonna take this off. I'm actually gonna start this again, and if it is really too distracting, Angela, let me know. But I was just well, let's try to do the second part of this. So I'm just gonna remove it off the backing. I thought this was tearaway, maybe it's not. Okay, so I'm gonna cut the backing off from around my design. And I'll probably I'm not gonna pick it out of in between the spider web because that will just be on the back. You won't even see it. Okay, so let's grab my hoop, which actually I accidentally tossed onto the ground earlier. All right, so again, the felt's a little bit thick. This design fits perfectly into an 8-inch hoop. So I'm going to unscrew this probably almost all the way. This black felt was actually really thick, but we'll see. Okay. I think I can shove it over. And if this is the top, you can adjust, like if you want the boo to be on an angle, if you want it straight across. I think I'm going to angle it just a tiny bit more. I want to do it this way, just for how you want it to look. Okay, so if that's the top, we have the boo there. The spider web the center is offset slightly. Okay. So there's that into the hoop. This is now ready for me to put the white thread on. So I'm going to do that. Switch it out. And it says it has 1 minute of white and then 1 more minute of black. But I think it's just making the little eyeballs. If I had googly eyes, I probably would just stick those on. And unfortunately, my automatic threader needs to go to the shop, so I have to use my glasses and my eyes.
That happened to me.
Oh.
I had to bring my machine in. So does anybody know what happens when your needle threader kind of takes a hiatus? It's usually not the machine's fault.
No.
I use metallic thread in a very small needle. That is a total no-no. And the other thing is I didn't have my needle all the way in up position. That's another way to break the needle threader.
Yeah, I'm sure it was me doing something inappropriate with it at some point. But the rest of the machine is like still so perfect. And like, okay, I can live without this at the moment. I'm not going to take it to the shop for I'll wait till it like needs its cleaning, unfortunately, but so I suffer through at the moment. Plus I just took like 3 other machines in, so I'm broke from service, so I need to wait a minute. Okay. So, all right, so here's my boo. We're going to hang it like this. So I'm going to go ahead and trim the felt. I'm not going to put a backing on this, but if you wanted to, you could glue a white back on that. Again, I'm just going to hang it on the wall or my door. I had to figure out where I'm going to hang this. My daughter will probably take it for her room because I think it's going to be super cute. Okay, so looking good. And then we're going to use the black and white ribbon. But what I'm also going to do is glue, hot glue. So I got to plug that in. We're going to hot glue the palms on the outside of this. Okay, so I'm going to plug in the hot glue gun actually. See where I have a good plug at a good. Not there. Okay, just a second. I'm still there, right? I didn't plug the wrong thing.
While she's plugging that in, drop things in here. So Roseanne, if you've got an automatic needle threader, it makes it a lot easier to change thread, by the way. That's like the go-to. And pretty much all of the new Brother machines have that. One, they're not always the same kind, but they will thread your needle, which thank heavens.
And once you get used to it, then you like realize how much you're dependent on it.
Yeah.
When I don't have it, I'm like lost. I used to be so good at threading the needle. One, my eyes are going, and then two, I don't do it anymore. So
I remember on It's So Easy TV, I was like, thank goodness they came out with a needle threader right when I needed cheaters.
Yes.
Oh, Phyllis, that's a good idea. She said you could paint the hoop black to have it blended with the black felt. Good idea.
Oh, that's so cute. Yes. Again, I'm just trying this out for the first time today, so.
Oh my gosh, Jean says she can relate to the needle threader. Yep. And then you rely on it, and then when it doesn't work, you're like, wait.
Yeah.
Going back to the Stone Ages.
Seriously. And of course, it's just the time where your eyes are terrible. I used to not understand when people couldn't thread the needle. And now, totally get every moment of their, have to have like 3 pairs of these sitting around my sewing area so I can like grab them when I need to see something. All right, so we're gonna stitch it out. I'm actually gonna do, once this is finished, it's just doing like the little center of the eyeball, which is so cute. So this is heating up. Got the glue gun. We're gonna glue the palms around, and then we're gonna do the white on the black, and then we'll do the black on the white. Okay, so this is finished. I'm gonna actually take a quick little video on my phone because I'm making like a reel of this project, and I did the other one yesterday, but I haven't done this one. So bear with me real quick while I show the design, and then I'm gonna show how it's stitched out.
It looks so cute.
Okay, so here's my little spider guy. I love how it turned out. I think it's probably a little she spider. We're gonna clip the threads.
Charlotte, did you name it Charlotte?
Oh, yeah. Probably could be Charlotte. That would be a good, it's always a good spider name. And I'm going to cut the stabilizer, and then we're gonna hoop her. So while that'll just give more time for my glue gun to be heating up. Okay. See how it looks in the little hoopy. Oh my goodness, so, so cute. All right, so there's the little spider in the hoop. I don't really have to do too much tightening because it is pretty stiff in there. I'm going to trim the fabric, trim the felt.
Roseanne asked a question. I'm trying to figure out, can you still use stabilizer? You cut away from the spider. Oh, well, that's not very much. I don't know if I mean, you need enough to at least fit into a hoop. So you could use it for something really tiny, but there isn't much there.
So I don't know if I understand what she was asking.
Oh, the stabilizer you cut away. Like,
yeah, I could. So this stabilizer is, it's on my roll. So even if I cut off a narrow piece, it's like long from the roll.
Right.
So I just cut this wide, which wasn't very wide, but that's how long my roll is. So if I had hooped more up here, I probably could have done another 4x4 down here, but I wasn't very strategic. And sometimes I'm really good about thinking about that. And sometimes I'm just like right in the middle of it.
I know. And I know, by the way, Roseanne, there's a lot of ways that you can use some of those pieces. Some people glue them back together. Some people, if it's wash away, they'll get them wet and put them back together. But so yes and no, it depends how big it is.
Yeah. And sometimes, I'll overlap a couple pieces. to make it go farther. All right, so I'm just putting a little bit of hot glue along the edge of the hoop. And then we're gonna stick these poms on there. Yeah, I think a black painted hoop would be really cute here. So someone can take this project to the next level with that I am not having time to show you live. Try not to glue the pom-poms down, just the tape. But of course the glue is sticky.
Oh,
right?
That's gonna be so cute.
Yeah, it is, I think, gonna be really, really just how I was wanting. I guess in my head, the pom-poms were like sticking up from it, but then the pom-poms I bought don't stick up. They're like on the edge of the tape, not the middle of it. So that's not quite how I was thinking, but they totally look good. So I guess I bought, I don't know. I didn't see any other pom-poms when I was buying them, but how cute is that? Okay. So we have the black, so let's do the same. Now for the smaller hoop, I did buy smaller poms, just because it seemed like it might be overkill with the big ones on the small hoop. So you can see what you can find by you. But I just was looking at the black and white trim, and there were a few options of size. I think there was one smaller even of the pom and definitely one bigger. So I think I got like the two middle sizes. And then if you were painting hoops, I probably would paint this one white. But I don't mind the wood, honestly. I think it's a little bit of dimension with the project. Okay, we're gonna cut this. And then, oh, he's so cute. She's so cute.
That is really cute.
Okay, so then I'm gonna tie some ribbon under the, the tightener of the, and you can make these as long or short as you want, like whatever sort of look you're going for on the hanger. You could make a bow. I'm just gonna kind of put several inches and then I think tie a knot. And I can spread these out. Okay. So I have that on the hanger, and then we'll do the same on the other one. And then I'm going to connect these with my needle and the string that I have. Okay. All right. So the idea would be that it hangs, you know, like so on the wall.
Oh, I love those.
Okay, so let's connect it. So we're going to take this white string, and I'm going to take, I think in here I have a big old darning needle. Sorry, just looking through all my little pins here. I need a needle big enough that the string can go through the eye. So I thought I had a big needle in here, but of course now I'm not seeing it. It's the one I use for my serger tail finishing, like.
Oh yeah, like the yarn
needle?
needle.
Twice a week. So if it's not
have one here, I can hand it to you, but I'm not sure you're gonna get it in time.
Oh, here it is. Okay, so it's big. It's kind of blunt, but I think I can shove it through the felt. Okay, so I'm going to take a piece of the thread or the string. So this is just like white string. If you don't have this, I just happen to have this on hand. So if I didn't have this white string, I probably would try to like use like a thin piece of yarn or little crochet out some thread. I just wanted a little bit thicker than a regular piece of thread. So I think I'm going to attach it to the center of the web. So I'm going to stick it through, and then I'm going to, I think if I just tie a couple knots, or knots and hot glue. I have a hot glue. Why would I not use it? Okay, so I'm just going to glue that back there so it doesn't pull through. So now it's attached there. And then I'm going to stick him. Where does a thread come off a spider? Off the legs? Off the body?
I try not to pay any attention to that.
We'll just stick it off the side of his body. Yeah.
I think it comes out as somewhere out of his head or his tush or something. I don't know. They've got the strings everywhere. It just creeps me out.
Try not to ever notice where.
Obviously, I've looked too much, and that's why they creep me out, especially the big ones.
Oh, actually, when I was looking up like online to see what spider designs were out there, if you didn't have a machine that could use Art Spira, I was getting creeped out by the embroidery spider designs that are available online. So just
I'm
beware.
just guessing, Emily, if you do an internet search for spiders, that's all that's going to show up in your feed for the next 3 weeks. No way.
No way. Okay. So now they are connected.
Oh.
And I mean, I would obviously you have to. Oh, this is we got a little hot glue string there holding it. But so you'd want to arrange it however you're going to hang it. But that's the general idea, and you can put the spider on either side. But how cute is that little hoop wall art that you can make with your embroidery machine? Pretty simple. I mean, the Boo embroidery did take like 30 minutes to stitch out, 25 minutes to stitch out. But besides that, this project is pretty quick. I mean, the spider stitched out quickly, putting the hoops together was pretty quick. So I think this is kind of a fun and easy mix of embroidery and craft, which I love both. Something fun you can make for Halloween.
This is adorable. Everybody's saying this is so much fun. I know. That's actually cute enough that I could handle that spider because it's a cute one. We'll call that one Charlotte.
Yeah, I can handle it.
Oh, Phyllis, that's a great idea. She said you could have different colors of your pom-poms going 2 different ways. Well, there's even more you could do.
Yes. Yes. So take this and run with it. I know you guys are creative and you'll probably come up with things even better than this, but hopefully this is some starting inspiration for you.
It's great inspiration. So let me put up here just real quick. Don't forget to use hashtag Brother Sews. I have that in here somewhere.
Yeah.
I lost it. Where did it go? Here you go. Hashtag Brother Sews. Then Brother can see what you're working on. Emily can pop in there. And by the way, go to Instagram. You can follow Brother Sews. You can follow Emily, myself. We always love sharing inspirational stuff with you. And I have our websites scrolling below. She's going to put that design on Life So Savory. Don't forget.
Yeah, so it's up right now. And actually, I found it this morning. I uploaded it yesterday. If you search spider, you'll come up with a listing in my shop. It's free, but you just have to download it. That's how I deliver files, is through my shop. So you just have to download it from there, but it doesn't cost anything. It's free. And then I'm hoping to kind of put up a tutorial on more details of this tomorrow. So
that's awesome. Okay, I see one quick question that is off topic, but I will answer it. Where did you go, Barbara Jones? Want to know how to get the link to the Avenir webinar. So let me just real quick. This week on Monday or Tuesday, Brother sent out an email because they wanted anybody with the Avenir up to this point and then going forward has the new 12 designs that I did for the Avenir, and it's in a separate website. You have a separate activation code. So if you need help registering for that, let me know. And there is a webinar today at 2 p.m. Eastern. Barbara, go to the new 12 designs. The first thing in that class is a link to that webinar, and the replay will be up. So hopefully that helps. You can all email me if you have a question on that. So totally off topic, but I want to answer it because I know you're a Brother Avenir user. So Emily, this is so fantastic. If actually Barbara Jones, she will probably see both of us at Houston Quilt Fest, Emily.
Yes. So excited. And at the beginning, Angela and I were just doing a quick talk, and I'm actually going to be on again next Thursday doing another fall themed project. So I just want to give you a little sneak peek of what that looks like.
You got to show. You guys, you're going to love this. This is so cute. All right, let me bring you up by yourself. I love this, Emily.
So some of you may have seen, I think I posted this on Instagram about how I made the tote bag, but I created this fall leaf heart in the Art Sphere app. And next week, I'm going to show you how I laid it out and sized everything and just put it in there like that. And then we're going to sew a cute, easy tote bag. We're not going to stitch this out because obviously this takes hours, but I am going to show you how I did it so that you could stitch it out and then how you can sew this cute fall tote. So that's next week. Don't miss it out.
I love it. I love it. All right, so this is kind of fun. This week we had Kathy on Tuesday, you on Thursday, and next week it's like a repeat. So by the way, if you're watching the replay, if you have any questions
for better or for worse,
yes, we can bring them all up next week too.
Perfect.
Thanks, Emily. Everyone, thank you so much for being here. We look forward to seeing you. I will see some of you Avenir users this afternoon. Otherwise, the rest of you, we will see on Tuesday, and can't wait. Tuesday at noon Eastern. Mark your calendar. Tuesdays, Thursdays, noon Eastern. Hop on over to Brothers page. Until next time, everyone, happy sewing.